right, guys, as you can see from the video, what we did is we got our cap skull cut out and placed on top and bottom. We painted the inside so that we can prevent as much rust as possible. We're gonna do the same over there. We're gonna do our diagonal link, and then we're gonna do our transmission mount, and then we're gonna paint everything.
Yeah,
so,
well, what's wrong with the transmission mount, Ryan? Can you remind everybody?
Yeah, so if you guys remember, we used the F150 mount from the blue truck.
Uh-huh.
And right, with the bracket that we bought from Summit, the transmission's sitting like this.
Yeah.
So what we gotta do is we actually gotta cut that mount, drop it down an inch.
Yeah.
Which will then give us the angle we need so that our rear end's like this and our transmission's like this. And they're like, hey, we like a diagonal. Oh, God, what's going on?
So right now, on our transmission, we have a positive pinion angle, and we need a negative pinion angle.
Correct. And we have it.
And back here, we have a positive pinion angle, which is what we want.
3 degrees. We're at 3.1 degree, and we're at, right now, with the bracket off, we're perfect. But as soon as we place that spacer on there, the rubber spacer bushing, we go up. And it's a positive, and we need a negative. So we need a positive on this end and a negative on that end.
Awesome. Let's get to it, bro.
Let's do it.
How's the welding going, buddy?
Well, this side looks good. And
why do you got your hand over that section?
Well, there's just but it's there, man.
Awesome, you about got it.
Yeah, I got this lip here, and then I got this other lip, and then we do our...
Our what? What's that mean?
Diagonal link, Brett.
Oh, I wasn't getting it.
I know, I had to break it down for you, Barney style, Brett. Barney style. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Brett?
Right, back to work. All right, everybody. Ryan has got this kind of mocked up to start anyway. Try and get the camera in the right spot. There we go. And basically what we did is we made a little plate that we're gonna drop off this bracket, and we're gonna cut the bottom off to length. But we're gonna drill these holes through. We're gonna tack the plate on the back side, and then that's gonna run our diagonal. It's gonna come off the bottom of that plate, and it's gonna go to the other side, to the passenger side bracket on the bottom. And that side will bolt in, this side here will also bolt in after we drill the hole. So, pretty cool. I think it's gonna work good. We probably spent way too much time talking about and trying to figure out what to do, but this is what we're gonna do for now. All right, Ryan, what's the plan for this diagonal link? Why are we cutting it?
Well, the diagonal link setup that we have is set up to where the front driver's side link, 4-link connects to the passenger side rear link in a diagonal pattern.
Right. What's the point of it?
It's to keep the axles from shimmying left to right.
All right. It kind of keeps it square.
Right, centered in this.
I mean, obviously when it goes up and down.
Right, because if you can imagine, if this is your point, as this moves up, it also moves this way, and then it comes back. So that's...
Right, it's working on an arc.
Right, a very minimal arc.
Right. Now this isn't the greatest, my understanding is this is not the greatest way to do this.
No,
everything I've read says a panhard bar or a Watts link is better than a diagonal, but this is what we have.
Yeah, and it'll work fine for us. Again, it's not like this truck's a rally truck, cross-country truck, or drag truck, or freaking drift truck.
It just needs to be dependable, and we need to keep the rear end centered underneath the frame.
So
cool. So you're gonna cut this one off the same length as the other one you just did.
Because our diagonal link that came from the factory, because normally your 4-link pieces will be closer together, but we have a frame that's wider than most cars, and so we couldn't put them closer. So the distance that we need to cover is greater than the length of this.
So what are we gonna do since our bar is too short? Then what's the plan?
I'm cutting the ends off, and then we're gonna sleeve them into another bar.
Okay. Cool.
And then weld their ends all on.
Okay, that sounds great. Get to work.
Aye, sir.
I really like this tool.
I'm glad we got it. I've always wanted one. When I was a little kid, I lived in a children's home. I lived in a children's home when I was a kid, and the director of the children's home, his brother, worked for a tool company in South Carolina, and they always had the wired bandsaws that were like returned or for scrap. Right. And I've always wanted one. They're so wonderful.
Yeah, I think I told the story. I went and was cutting some metal with my grandpa, and I broke his.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I was a kid. That was a long time ago.
I should have known right off that you weren't meant for this.
I should have been my side.
Should have been. Obviously, it won't be as deep, but we'll put it in like that. We'll weld our ends all the way around, and that gives us the length we need to go diagonal.
Yep. Cool.
So.